I don't agree. I don't think adding more squad cars on the street or more police force is the answer to the killing in the inner city. I believe there's something in the culture that needs to change. There's something that's indoctrinated, and there's a, there's a level of looking away, turning away, that brings a communal obligation, to prevent a lot of what's going on. When I hear more squad cars on the street, more police force, hiring more of a police force, it just sounds like extinction. There's even something in the police training that seems to profile. There's something in the culture of policing that seems to target. There's a systematic disadvantage, with the way that the indigenous community are policed. So the trust needs to be built between the authority and the community. To a degree, there needs to be some trust. There needs to be, a feeling of safety.
No, it's not the solution, because Philadelphia has 8,000 police officers. It went from 6,000 to like 8,000 in the last decade, less than a decade, right? And it showed that's not the issue. The issue is, like I tell people all the time, is spirituality, economics, and identity. You put that into a community with a plan, you can change all of this stuff, man. Most of this stuff will change. People are not far gone, man. They just don't have the resources or the things in place to make a viable human community. And we already at like 21 murders already this year, man. It's like this, man. Crazy. So 7 people got killed last night, 9 shot, man. 2 people been killed on my sister block since I've been back here, bro. And it's just to get more money, get more funding from the government for their Gestapo police to hammer down on the indigenous people. They even put on blackface and stuff like that and do crimes and raise the murder rate and crime rate themselves. And then the property's bought up for cheap, and there's no trickle down to us. It's just pushing us around and gentrifying us. They've been doing since 1492, starting in the Caribbean and in Maine, up in there, New England and all those places where they came first. So gentrification isn't nothing new. The difference is now we're not fighting them like we was our ancestors. Our ancestors went to war with them and fought them for 243 years, battled these people and took them to the battlefield. We, on the other hand, we want to walk around here, like you said, crazy looking with the high eyelashes and just acting like niggas. So in default, they create the prison culture. Think about this. In the 90s, they created the 3 strikes rule, all these prison codes, and with the Clintons. So they created the African American title. Then they created an attitude for that title. Then they created the prison culture, and then they built prisons to put you in. And that's all it's ever been about, Sheikh. It's all it's ever been about. And I have to keep trying to explain to people, everything that goes on in this country is about the indigenous people. It's about holding them back. And people say, oh, well, nobody's holding you back anymore. Yeah, they are. There's black codes in a system in play. No, it may not keep everybody from making it, but it keeps enough back from making it to where you're never going to be a problem. And that's all they want. You can never be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Keep enough of you back, enough of you confused, where you can never be a problem. And that's all this thing is about.